How do you evaluate the best idea and the marketplace for this? You see, we have a lot of ideas, but we actually don't know if this idea is worth pursuing. Let's assume that this idea you're really passionate about this idea. But do you even know this idea is something that will become big and this will create a lot of revenue? Chances are most of the people actually don't know it. In my business, I went from zero to making 25-30 crores in just first 4 years in business in revenue. Why? Because this idea was right, and I also did the analysis in the marketplace, and I tapped into the marketplace in the right place in the right time. You can do that as well. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 tips on how do you evaluate the idea and how do you understand if there is even a market for this. Okay, so let's go right into this. But before this, make sure you give a thumbs up if you like this video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss out any vital information or insight that I'm going to share with you in the coming videos, right? So number 1, high profit margin. You see, many people actually start the business, but they actually do not do this evaluation whether this will give me a high profit margin or not. If you're in a commodity business, let me tell you, most of the people are having low margins, right? The distribution, the manufacturing, these all are low margin business, commodity business. And if you start your business in this, guess what's going to happen? You will always be in a price war. And when you're in a price war, you will always have less margins of profit. And if you have less margin of profit, what's going to happen? You cannot invest in good people. You cannot invest in technology. You cannot invest in systems and processes. So you will limit yourself to be small. You cannot do more marketing because your budget will be less because margin is low. Unless you're a DMart where you can have high volume. Otherwise, you cannot sustain your business. So make sure that any business or any product that you build, it has a high value, high margin into it, right? And what is a high margin? At least 40-50% margin. Otherwise, don't get into any business, right? I've seen a lot of people getting into 5%, 10% business margin, the profit margin. Then they struggle. So you don't be that person. Don't make that mistake. Think about coaching and mentoring. Huge margin, 80-90% of margin, right? Because we do not have physical product. We don't have to ship it. We don't have to store any product. It's all coaching and training. Great business to be in, and this coaching business is going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. That's number 1. By the way, number 5 is my favorite. So stay tuned till the end, right? That's number 1. Number 2, how big is the marketplace? Meaning, what is the market potential? For example, if you look at coaching and mentoring business, the self-help business is about roughly $50-60 billion. Little bit, few things here and there, according to one of the research, globally. What is the potential of this? Here's the potential. Do you know how big is the formal education? The formal education is $5 trillion. So look at this. The formal education has all the things which is going to go down, because now a lot of people realizing that, you know what? Self-education is the best education, because formal education is becoming redundant. So people are reducing their spend on formal education. So where would the money go? It'll go in the self-education. It is going to have a huge potential. It's going to grow so much, multiple fold year on year. If it is 5 trillion, even if it is few percentage of that comes to self-education, it's going to be huge. So you see, I understand my market, that self-education is going to be big. So I have a high margin as well as I have huge market potential. That's number 2. Number 3, understand, is this the right time? Meaning, how much is the demand? What is the demand in the marketplace? You see, you may be really good with your product or service, but what if people don't want it? What if there is no demand? What are you going to do? Right? So understand what is the demand of your market. And how do you know what is the demand? Do the market research, reach out to people, create some samples, give out the samples, do some research on social media, understand the buyer's behavior. That is going to play a big role. Look, I can be a great coach today, but what if people are not ready? What if people are not ready to invest in themselves? So I need to be in the market at the right time. I cannot be very early where I'll struggle for so many years, nor I can be too late. Look what happened with Paytm. Paytm has been in business not just for last 4-5 years, it's been more than 10 years. But it was not a right time. Digitalization would not happen. So it was struggling at the beginning, but then boom, it happened and now skyrocketing. So Paytm could sustain it. But can you? Can you sustain it? If you are too early or too late, it's not a good place to be in. So understand when to enter into this market. If you're in a coaching and training, this is the best. 2020, 2021, it is the best time to get started with coaching and mentoring business or in consulting or services business. Great business. Number 4, competition, right? So yes, there is a demand, there's a big market, you might have a high profit margin, but if you don't understand, is the market even competitive? If the market is competitive, what are you going to do? Yeah, there's too much of supply, too many people are there, it will be a price war, and again, you will bleed in your business. So understand what is the competition level. Is it high? Is it low? Is it medium? If it is too much, then don't do it, right? But then number 5, you can still do it if you get into number 5, even if the competition is high. What is your unfair advantage? Yes, you're right. What is your unfair advantage? Why me? Right? Why is it that people will want to buy my product, my service, when there is a marketplace, there is a competition, there's a demand? Why would they buy me? So in other words, ask yourself the question, how am I different? So ask yourself, how are you different? And if you can't answer this and you just say that, oh, we will provide better service, we care for our client, we are, more quality driven, too generic. If there's nothing, if you're not tangible, then you don't have an edge, right? What is my unfair advantage? My unfair advantage is I am a mentor. I'm not a coach. I'm not a trainer. I'm not a consultant. I'm a mentor. And mentors are rare, not because I'm a mentor, right? Mentors are rare because everybody's sharing information in coaching, right? This video course, that video course, this PDF, this book, that book, which is great, but it does not help a lot of people. So I became a mentor. It's my unfair advantage. Number 2 unfair advantage is I only focus on people in 9-to-5 job most of the time. So if the businessman comes, great, right? If the student comes, great. But I predominantly focused on 9-to-5 employee. Now later on I expanded this to students and later on I expanded this to business owners as well. But I had an unfair advantage because nobody, when I started my business in 2018, nobody was talking about quit 9-to-5 and build business around passion. So if you can find what is your unfair advantage, you too can grow your business, right? So these are the 5 points that if you evaluate, you will be able to build your business and become very successful with this winning idea. Okay, this is Dev Gadhvi. Tell me which is the best point that you like, and if you want to add more points, I don't claim to know it all. Put in chat box what is the point that you really love, right? This is Dev Gadhvi. I will see you until next video. Take care and God bless. And if you want to really seriously, genuinely want to learn more on how you can build your business, how can you build your business on passion, how can you grow your business, right? There will be a link somewhere. You can register for my masterclass or connect with my team. They will tell you how you can learn from me. Okay, this is Dev Gadhvi. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. God bless.